This game is my favorite shoot 'em up on the Sega Genesis, and in just a few moments I'll tell you exactly why. Mania Daijinjou, I think it's pronounced, is a shoot 'em up released in 1993 and published exclusively by Vic Tokai. Unfortunately, it's also ridiculously expensive. An original copy can probably go for like $200 if you're lucky to find it. But there are reproduction carts which go for much cheaper, and there is even a Korean version of the game, believe it or not, that's even cheaper than that. So actually playing the game, legally speaking, isn't impossible if you don't want to spend too much. Anyway, let's talk about this excellent game. This is actually a sequel to the first game called, obviously, Mania, which is also called Troubleshooter. And that one is far more cheaper. You can probably find it for $15 if you search on Amazon or eBay. It's a great game and I also recommend it. Unfortunately, the sequel, which improves upon Troubleshooter in every single way imaginable, never released outside of Japan and had a very limited print run, which explains its ridiculously high price. Now, as with the first game, you control two girls, Madison and Crystal, and they are powered by jetpacks, thus they can fly. Before starting a stage, you can choose between several jetpacks that give you different special bombs, as I like to call them. The controls are absolutely perfect. They are tight, responsive, and there is no negative aspects that I can think of. As you can find out while playing, there are two different ways to fire at the press of a button. The first one is the setup in which one girl fires forward and the other girl fires from behind. Great in circumstances where enemies show up from behind. In the second setup, both girls fire ahead, providing you with extra power in your frontal attack. But that's not nearly all there is. In the options menu there are three different modes of firing. The first one is the one-way mode, which is the classic way of controlling the characters. The second is the two-way mode, which is practically useless. I mean, you turn around with the press of a button and fire behind you. But you can do that successfully with the other character in the classic mode. And the last one, the one I've been using right here, is the three-way mode. And it is awesome. As you can see here, you can shoot in 8 different directions, and that's a ridiculous amount of destructive force on the screen. Now, all of these successfully manage to add to the depth of the gameplay. The level design is excellent as well. There are a lot of aspects in which the stages themselves are used to add to the diversity of the gameplay. Such as you've seen at the beginning, where the strange shadow of that blonde girl breaks through the window and tries to kill me. Besides that, the game also sometimes switches to vertical scrolling. Thus you'll have two methods of playing scattered throughout the levels. The soundtrack is brilliant and really utilizes the Genesis FM chip to its utmost potential. There's a lot of variety of music, so your ears won't get bored. Another thing I want to mention are the cutscenes, which are varied and they really add to the charm to the game. Seriously, they are absolutely awesome. The artwork to these is well done and overall makes the game shine with its own unique, crazy identity. Now I'm probably going to finish this game because I can't put the controller down. So anyway, awesome game, not exactly worth $200, but if you can find a cheap Korean version or the reproduction cart, well worth hunting down and adding to your collection. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.